Hey there, garden fans. Welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. I received some loofah seeds in the mail the other day from a good buddy of mine, Ian, over at Lolita's Garden. Out of the kindness of his heart, he sent these to me for free. So, first off, thanks so much, buddy. I'm going to keep you all updated on these. I'm going to seed start some of those today. And because I'm a pay-it-forward kind of guy, the first of my subscribers to ask, I will send them half of these seeds, because I certainly don't need them all. Thanks a lot, Ian. I'm going to put a link into the description and right here below to Lolita's Garden. Please subscribe, I encourage you. He's doing a lot of the same things I'm doing. While I'm out here, guys, I wanted to give you a brief walk around the garden. Spring is here and things are really starting to wake up. I'm sure you can see all my brassicas over there really competing with my peach trees. I'm happy with my apple polyculture. The apple tree, along with the muscadine grape that's growing with it, are starting to wake up, break their dormancy. Apple's starting to bud up, and my muscadine is really starting to put on some new green growth. So spring is definitely here. My garlic at the base of this tree is really strong. The comfrey just started showing up. My yarrow is really waking up as well. In fact, it's just about to go to flower itself. It's going to bust out some big, beautiful yellow flowers. My bees are going to love it. Here's a little bee balm that had spread profusely. Bee balm's awesome. More garlic chives. I've been using the garlic chives for a powdery mildew problem I've had. Make a chive tea spray. It's really good for powdery mildew. Shade garden is looking good. I've bunched a couple things together for the bees. Some borage, my chamomile is starting to wake up. Elysium, carpet of snow, that's really starting to wake up and go. So, shade garden's looking good. Marigolds finally coming up. I sowed these seeds probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, and they've taken that long just to get to here, but there will eventually be a small hedge of marigold here on this opposing side of the swale. My elderberry, looking strong. Really love elderberry. These root cuttings that I've taken have certainly seemed to transplanted well. They have an understory of buckwheat and clover, which is also doing well. Mint, spreading. I'm hoping to work this mint around the bottom of all these elderberry so it acts as a nice ground cover. Got a big load of wood chips the other day, so I'm starting to cover up all the dirt around here. Kind of just wood chip all my pathways, make it look nice. And if y'all have been keeping in touch, the collards have really blown up, man. Oh my gosh. I'm 6'2", and this collard, I'm going to tell you, is more than that. It's about 6'4", 6'8". 4 to 8 inches. Yeah, man, that's pretty tall there at the tallest part. I wouldn't say that it's competing with this peach tree here, but they are certainly taller than this dwarf peach tree right now. Its polyculture consists of some buckwheat and clover. I've also planted some basil, which is very gingerly coming back to life after a brief frost we had, but it seems to be doing well. Hoping to have plenty of basil. We've got basically the same thing going on here with this other peach tree. It's a full-size peach. And we've got catmint that's really waking up. More basil below as well. These guys will really start to bush up. A couple varieties. The comfrey is really starting to take off. In fact, I got another comfrey over here that's starting to flower. Throwing out a question there for any comfrey growers. Have you known your comfrey to flower so early here in the spring? I figured that it would take its time and maybe not flower until about, I don't know, June at least, but these 3 comfrey plants here have really taken off. Maybe it's the yarrow, who knows. But this companion planting here of thyme in the corner, yarrow, comfrey, and a little more yarrow over there seem to be doing well for this pear tree. This is a Kiefer pear tree. It's actually set. It's already flowered, and now it seems to be setting its fruit already. So that looks really good. The blackberries are really close to throwing out their flower heads as well. So these things are going to flower up soon and look real pretty. I've started potatoes. This year I'm doing potatoes in containers. I just think it's going to be easier for me to move them around and give them the conditions they need, whether it's more sun, less sun, more light, more water, whatever it be. Oh, what is this? Goji berry. I got some goji berry here I'm going to throw over near the shade garden. My hydrangea really waking up. Chickens are doing chicken things. They're looking good, and probably another 2 months before they're ready to start laying. Blueberries and this acid guild is really nice, man. It's really waking up. All the hydrangeas and blueberries will eventually get about, 6 or 7 feet tall, and I'll probably prune them off there and try to let them bush out more. This blueberry is ready to go. It's really going to produce for me this year. More elderberry. All this empty space, I've finally got in here, tilled it up, and planted a whole bunch. I mean, I'm talking there's nasturtium, there's borage, I've got green beans and squash, and I think that's about it, but there's going to be a lot of flowers and a lot of vegetables growing in this section here. Keep in touch and keep watching, and I'll show you how the food forest grows along. Right now it looks like virgin land, but give it a month. Come check back in. Strawberries are flowering. I've got strawberries everywhere flowering in this garden. So strawberries will be coming. My little herb hedge here of lavender, thyme, and rosemary has really taken root. In fact, I'm even getting flowers on my lavender. Once again, another question for lavender growers. Have you ever seen your lavender flower so quickly? I thought these guys might flower a little later in the season, but they're doing it, man. They're going for it. Maybe a quick look at the raised beds. Raised beds look really good. The lemon balm has really bounced back from the winter. This bed itself has got a lot of kale, carrot, mint, a little understory of lettuce, leaf lettuce, which we, cut and come again. Plenty of kale, plenty of chamomile. I really love chamomile. I cannot wait to see those guys flower. More in this bed, garlic. Once again, the lemon balm over here has really started to take off. I've been pruning it and making teas for not just myself, but for the bees as well. Here is my echinacea coming back to life. I threw a question out to another subscriber, Rainbow Gardens, and I'm going to throw the question out again. Will these guys flower this year? Kind of curious. Red vein sorrel, looking good. Garlic in this bed is good. Oregano, still alive. It seemed to have taken the transplant well. My rosemary is really picking up its life as well. So the raised beds seem to be doing really good. Succession planting over here is starting to, settle in. All my volunteer Malabar spinach is putting on true leaves right now. And the salad bowl here is something that me and the wife have been eating out of every day, every other day at least. We'll have kale one night and hop on some salad the next night, but we're pretty well stocked with greens as far as that goes. Here's another flower bed. It's starting to wake up. Planted flowers here. Usually they take a while to germinate, but keep looking at that one. Another muscadine starting to wake up. Another blackberry starting to wake up. Here's my Santa Rosa plum and a Methley plum. They seem to have taken transplant very well. They've got a companion planting of mountain mint, oregano, majoram here as well. I got some onions down the middle. There's a little small patch of oregano over here. So eventually this oregano and all the majoram is really going to take over. It seems to have taken its transplanting very well. I'm happy with that. The bees are doing their thing. As with all packages, they're about 2 weeks old, so I'm starting to get a little bit of die-off, meaning the bees that came with the package are dying off, and the bees that have been laid are not yet hatched yet, so to speak. So I'm starting to watch my populations kind of slow down. The activity around the hive is actually slowing down a little bit. But I did an inspection here this weekend. I found my queen. She's laying really well. Lots of eggs, lots of brood. Capped brood is starting to come along. And the bee front seems to be doing just fine. And that's about it, man. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes on this one, guys. There's still a whole lot going on here to show you and talk about. If you got any questions, please ask. Please like. Please subscribe. And, you know, share, man. Try to share the love, share the wealth, share the journey. This is going to be a really awesome food for us once it gets a little more established. But right now, I'm kind of happy with the way it looks. And I hope you've enjoyed the tour, guys. God bless, and keep in touch.